Spoken for Communications brings you this preview of the first MEAC game of the 2014 season. North Carolina Central against Howard this Saturday at 2 o'clock. We'll be on the air at 1:30. I'm Chris Hooks, play-by-play voice of the NCCU Sports Network with the head coach of the Eagles, Jerry Mack. Coach, MEAC play, it's about that time to, start that journey. If you want to win a championship, it starts this Saturday.
Right. We talk to our guys all the time about this is the second season. This is where it all kind of counts and where it all kind of begins. So we got to do a great job of putting together a great game plan, offense and defense, and special teams, and go out there and compete on Saturday.
You're just coming off the off week. What do you feel like was the best thing you got out of the off week, so to speak?
I think fundamentally we grew as a football team. We were able to kind of reinstall some things that we had looked at in the spring and the fall camp, address some issues in the red zone, offense and defense that we have to address. But we really grew fundamentally, I think.
Let's talk about Howard real quick. I mean, this is, again, we talked about this on Eagle Talk. They're one of the more underrated teams in this conference. They have by far the best quarterback, offensive player of the year candidate in Greg McGee. But he does so much. He's obviously the quarterback, slings it around, has a great arm, but he can run. He's their leading rusher.
Right. A really dynamic player. I've been watching Greg for a while now. I remember when he was a freshman coming into the conference. So, he can do a lot of things, and he does a great job of extending plays with his legs. He's one of the top rushers in the conference as well.
When you look at them as a whole, though, their defense is pretty solid as well. For us, what are some keys that you already see as you game plan for this contest?
Offensively, we got to do a great job of executing. It's about the small things and about being able to push the ball down the field when we have an opportunity to, but as well continue to move the chains on third down. We got to do a better job as an offense converting on third downs. Defensively, if we allow them to get in the red zone, we have to do a great job of trying to get them off the field and not giving up touchdowns. We got to try to limit some of those scores to potentially field goals.
When you look at Malcolm Bell, for him to make a step in the right direction this week, it's more or less he's got the execution down, more or less some of the mental things about the game?
Yes, it's just some of those critical errors. Against Townsend last week, it was about 2 to 3 mental errors that really probably were a difference in the football game. And as a young quarterback, he's going to continue to grow, and we address some of those things with him this week, and we feel really good about Malcolm going into the game as a starter.
It's interesting. You hear the dynamic between the starter and the backup, and with both Quinn and him being kind of interchangeable this year at this point. You talk about them and the brotherhood this team has. Those guys, and you watch the video of Quinn Atkinson's touchdown last week against Townsend. Quinn was the first one on the sideline to get to him and to Malcolm. So it just shows you the brotherhood these guys have.
Yes, and Quinn has great character as well. We talk about all the time being a family, and I think our guys are really starting to understand that in order for us to win and to really compete for a MEAC championship, it's going to take everybody. That means from the little man all the way to the marquee player.
When you look at this contest, again, do you feel like with conference play, do you feel like the meetings are more focused? Do you feel like the guys are really more intact, or is it just you kind of take it as it is and try to keep it even keel, so to speak?
Try to keep it even keel, but, you can't deny it. They know what's all at stake every week. We got 8 weeks left, and we got to take advantage of every opportunity.
For Howard, what are some things about them that kind of concern you about their offense and defense?
Greg, obviously, on offense, the quarterback, and they have a good running back combination. They have a good 1-2 punch, and then Greg back there always presents a threat to extend plays. Defensively, I feel like their defensive front, their front seven, to be honest with you, is really good. They got 2 linebackers that's really leading the team in tackles right now.
Well, Coach, final thoughts as we get set to take on Howard. What are some things, again, that you want to see from your team early on?
I just want to see us come out and be consistent. We're not trying to big ball people, and we're not trying to just, it's a long course of a football game. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So we got to do a good job of every quarter coming out, scoring points, put points on the board, and do a great job series to series on defense stopping them.
All right, Coach, best of luck here this weekend.
Thanks, Chris.
That is head coach Jerry Mack. Spoken for Communications brings you this preview of North Carolina Central and Howard. Enjoy the ball game.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.